Let's talk about what's happening right now. We're not going to talk about the headlines, the freaking mainstream talking points, not the team sports BS, but what's actually happening. Because if you're still asking, what side should I be on, you're already behind, because this isn't left versus right anymore. This isn't Republican versus Democrat. This is institutional power versus me and you. And the cracks are everywhere, okay? Now, let's start here. The Department of Justice, you've probably seen the headlines. Hundreds of attorneys hired, millions of pages reviewed, Epstein files delayed. So let me translate what this is. We got Pam Bondi hiring 400 lawyers, including national security experts, to review and redact around 5.2 million pages of documents connected to the most prevalent child trafficking scheme in America, or in the world, modern history, or maybe the history of the universe. This is 5.2 million pages now. We were told they were sitting on her desk, then there's none. Castro tells like, no, there's nothing. Then redaction, Bill Clinton. And now we've got 5.2 million pages, right, of files. But nothing happened per Castro. Let me translate exactly what this is, okay? When the DOJ hires hundreds of lawyers, not to prosecute, mind you, not to prosecute, not to indict, not to arrest, but to redact, that tells you exactly what phase we're in. This isn't justice. This isn't accountability. This is called containment. Redaction is not a clerical process. Redaction is a strategic decision. It means we know what's in here, we know who's implicated, and we are deciding what the public is allowed to see. That's not a failure of government. That's a government functioning as designed to protect itself. Now, live chat, check. Type redact in the chat if you understand what that actually means. Now, let's talk about something that should make everyone uncomfortable. I know you heard it. A YouTuber, Nick Shirley, has done more to expose real actionable fraud than the DOJ has managed to do publicly in years. Somali fraud, welfare abuse, money laundering pipelines, documented, filmed, traced. This isn't a rumor, not speculation. This is what you call work, right? Check it out.
That you're making are true.
How do I know that they're true? Well, we showed you guys what was happening, and then you guys can go ahead and make your own analysis.
We're coming so we can make our own analysis. Are you 100% sure you're true?
Yeah, I am 100% sure I'm true.
That was conservative YouTuber Nick Shirley. His viral video where he's going door to door at daycares in the Minneapolis area and saying that he's uncovering massive amounts of fraud at Somali-run daycares has exploded on social media. Elon Musk retweeted the video. J.D. Vance retweeted the video.
So, this is an uncomfortable question nobody in Washington wants to ask. Why is independent journalism outperforming federal law enforcement? Because when the fraud touches protected groups, protected narratives, or protected funding streams, it becomes radioactive. The DOJ doesn't chase crimes that create political fallout. They chase crimes that don't fight back. So don't ask why Nick Shirley's effective. Ask why the system refuses to be. And at this point in time, we have all this money, fraudulent tax money being sent to Minnesota. How much more of that is going on across the country? How much more of that is going on? We had Doge. Doge got shut down. Hadn't heard a peep about it. You heard something about $5,000 Doge checks. Put that in the never going to happen file, along with anyone in the deep state being prosecuted, never going to happen file. Because at some time, the 40 chest has to like pay off with a dividend, not just memes, not just smack talking by conservative YouTubers or influencers. Instagrammers. At some point, someone should be prosecuted. Okay? But the thing is that you heard all this. We know Doge. Elon Musk, I played a few weeks ago, said he would not touch the government again. He said it's too corrupt. This is coming from a guy that's wasn't even born here. Now, in the chat, what I want to know, if a YouTuber can find it, why can't the DOJ? Tell me. Write in the comments. I want to see. Now, this is the part that matters because, well, what about the good guys inside the system? Okay. Are there good guys inside the system? Dan Bongino done bailed out, right? But he was quiet as a church mouse while he was in there. He went along with the rhetoric. I saw him sitting up there with Cash talking about, I've seen Epstein. I've seen it. So as soon as he tries to put that podcast back up, I'm going to smoke him. Because he was too weak when he was in a position that could do something. Too weak to do something. I don't want to hear the nonsense now. Oh, yeah, it's so bad there. You could have done something, but you didn't. You tapped out. What are Cash Patel and Pam Bondi doing right now? Where are the arrests? Where are the subpoenas? Where's the public indictments? Why still, as of today, we're about to bring in 2026, December 31st, we haven't had one person prosecuted for the Epstein. Because the clock is ticking and silence is not neutral. Silence signals either complicity, constraint, or calculation. And none of those help the public. You don't get credit for intent. You don't get credit for means. You get credit for outcomes. And right now the outcome is this. The Epstein network remains protected, untouched, unfazed. And truthfully, man, the thing that was called the right before is fractured permanently. It's fractured. Right? Let's talk about the conservative movement. I'm not saying it's wounded. I'm saying it's done. There are some people still believing in the 40 chest. Trust the plan. Trust the plan. He always gets his man. Who? The Trump admin or Donald Trump during the first, he went at the deep state's throat. He got lots of hate. Lots of it. Bro, around the clock news media trashing and fighting, firing people. Everybody's fairly quiet now. Right? But you have a fracture with the Bolton paid fors. Okay, we got Ben Shapiro. He's losing subscribers at a rapid pace. Okay. What we have is ideological collapse. Right? He's losing 30,000 subscribers, 1,000 a day. Look at the stats, so you know I'm not lying. So what happens is that we had what we believed all this time. A lot of us did. We believed we were on a certain side. We believed that conservative values meant something. But now the base realizes that conservatism means endless foreign funding, unquestioned allegiance to the nation state, favorite ally, Ben Shapiro's buddies, and zero accountability at home. You know what happens? We leave. We're not jumping to the Democrats. It's all of them. Because what's the difference between that and globalism with a flag pin on your blazer? Nothing. Dude, Lauren Boebert has jumped ship. No, not that. Lauren Boebert lashes out at Trump over veto. She was a super MAGA. She's jumped ship. Now she's launched a savage attack on Trump's Epstein cover-up, okay? Now, it came out because Lauren Boebert's water policy, okay? Trump didn't aid it. But these aren't isolated incidents, man. There's pressure fractures everywhere. There is no unified right anymore, okay? They're all gone. They're all gone. Everybody's split. All the big names. Everybody's split. We got Marjorie Taylor Greene. We've got, just right and left, people are bailing, jumping ship. We're all jumping ship. We're like, oh, we didn't sign up for this globalism nonsense. Now, there are donors, institutions, and media brands that still on board. The ones that's getting paid. That's it. And if you live chat question, if you feel politically homeless right now, type homeless in the chat. Let me see them. Right? Now this is gonna, if you were still saying he's doing 4G chess, this is where it stops now. This might be where you type in homeless if you wasn't there yet. Let's talk about the money, because money never lies. In just a short window, the U.S. has committed over $8 billion in so-called health aid to African nations. This is Trump administration doing this, okay? This has just happened. Donald Trump just pledged this, okay? This was not Joe Biden. This was Donald Trump that just pledged this. Strengthening health ties with Uganda. Uganda. What? You can read them. Take screenshots in case you don't believe me. Mozambique. What about New Mexico? What about Dallas? United States and Kenya sign a 5-year, $2.5 billion, not million, billion health cooperation framework. This is also after Donald Trump just had the meeting up there, the dinner with Bill Gates, who's all involved in Africa. You know what they were talking about when they were talking about health in Africa. So Bill Gates and Donald Trump is now joined teams, and we knew he was one of these. This came from Epstein files. It came from Epstein files, guys. Nigeria. What? Yes, sir. 4D chess it is, though. Let me run the numbers. Nigeria, 2.1 billion. Mozambique, 1.8 billion. Kenya, 1.6 billion. Uganda, 1.7 billion. Ethiopia, 1 billion. Ivory Coast, 500 million. Multi-year agreements, 5-year frameworks, long-term commitments. This isn't charity. This is nonsense. Meanwhile, Americans can't afford groceries. Housing is unreachable because of Larry Fink, BlackRock, buying up everything. Also, did you know that he's part of the Trump admin committee? He is. Go look it up. They're homies. We got veterans just getting paperwork. Justice gets delayed. But billions flow outward effortlessly. It's not America first. This is everybody else first and Americans last. Chat check. Type in there, does this look like your interests are being prioritized? Yes or no? Just give a yes or no. So if it couldn't get any worse, no. Get worse. It gets worse. Zoom out globally. Zelensky is demanding a 15-year security guarantee. Where's it at? Oh, we're going to get to that part. Read that carefully. Okay, 15 years. It's not peace. That's a binding obligation. We just gave one to Qatar. At the same time, Ukrainian drones just hit right near the residence tied to Vladimir Putin during the negotiation they had going on. They had a negotiation, okay? Check it out. I'm going to play the video.
Its attacks. Our chief international correspondent, James Longman, has the latest from London. James, good morning.
Yeah, Malika, hi. President Trump is pushing hard for a peace deal in Ukraine, but Russia seems now to have slowed down the process once again. The Kremlin claims that after talks over the weekend in Florida between President Trump and Volodymyr Zelensky, Ukraine launched a drone attack on one of Vladimir Putin's official residences. The president says Putin told him about it on a call, and it said it made him very angry. But Ukraine calls the claim typical Russian lies, calculated to undermine productive peace talks, and Moscow has provided no proof of it. The president was asked if, rather than just taking Putin's word for it, U.S. intelligence would be able to help provide evidence. He said the U.S. would find out. Talks with Zelensky were productive. The Ukrainian president said the U.S. agreed to 15 years of security guarantees, but the main sticking point remains the eastern Donbass, which Putin wants to seize in its entirety. Ukraine is bracing for yet more Russian attacks. Moscow usually makes a point of striking multiple cities on New Year's Eve.
So Russia responds with threats, the rhetoric escalates, and suddenly we're hearing U.S. troop presence. Okay. That's what he's saying. He's saying he wants troop presence there. Zelensky says Trump's considering deploying U.S. troops to Ukraine. Nada. U.S. troops to be sent to Ukraine as security guarantee and potential peace deal reports. Reportedly told media that President Trump is discussing the presence of U.S. troops in Ukraine. Yep. That day came. Let me be very clear. If you think this ends without American boots on the ground, you're lying to yourself. The pattern is always the same: money, advisors, security guarantees, troops. It's not a conspiracy, man. It's their doctrine. Everything we've seen the past year. That's what happens. It won't be politicians' kids in the trenches. It'll be yours, wearing Raytheon night vision, marching through mud, dying for contracts. Chat, if you think this ends clean, tell me clean or dirty. Write it in the comments. I'm not telling you these numbers are gospel. I'm telling you what they signal. They signal the narrative is collapsing. Institutions protect themselves. Loyalty is transactional. America First is just branding. Make America Great Again is just branding. It's not policy. And most importantly, no one is coming to save you. Not Trump, not Republicans, not conservatives, not your favorite influencers, not the DOJ. Only awareness, preparation, and strength. That is it. Guys, this isn't panic. This is clarity. Clarity is dangerous sometimes because once you see it, you can't unsee it, man. So don't outsource your thinking. Stop trusting institutions that don't trust you, and stop pretending politics will save you, okay? Get strong, get smart, prepared, man. We're at the New Year's Eve. I'm wishing every one of you a great new year. And it's time to realize that no one's coming to save you. We are on our own. And, you know, I've dedicated my life to this. I've dedicated my life to trying to better equip the prepared citizen to get that mindset and live the lifestyle. It starts with you. It starts with your tribe. It starts with your family and your spirituality and the whole nine. This year, if you haven't got a New Year's resolution, I don't believe in New Year's resolution. Every day's a New Year's resolution. Every day's becoming more hard to kill. Okay, in every capacity, mentally, spiritually, financially, physically, everything. I would encourage you. That's why, you know, you look at blackscoutsurvival.com and the website is full of everything that, you know, from survival, tactical, fitness, training, gray man protocols, financial warfare protocol, you name it. So for this year, if you're getting started, you want to change your life. This is the time to do it now because no one's coming. A lot of us thought someone's coming to save us, save the country, but it's not coming. And while we're still paying taxes, great question. And you know, there's only one way this ends. Maybe that's the video for another day, but it will come to that because it's not getting any better. So tomorrow or today, if you're watching this after midnight, is the time to start changing your life, building your own infrastructure and yourself physically and so on, you know. So if you need help with that, we've got protocols, training protocols, fitness protocols. We got bands, workout kits. We got the best supplements, American made, no nonsense. Trigger, all of them gummy form because I don't believe in shaker bottles. I don't carry around powders, mixing up little fruity drinks. Pre-workout, amino acids, field charge, trigger pre-workout, and then my favorite rearm creatine. Actually, my favorite tasting one is the field charge. Those things are delicious. They'll get you in trouble. You want to eat them like candy. Anyway, and then also the financial warfare protocol. Definitely recommend that. The Gray Man protocols are great, and people rave about Gray Man Volume 1 and 2. The financial warfare protocol, to me, is before you start anything, you need to start that. The financial warfare protocol is it. It's where you start. It's point A. Because you have to get, and the financial warfare protocol is not just about making money, or it's becoming independent, becoming self-sufficient. It talks about becoming hard in a system that hates you. in every capacity. Physically, it has physical stuff in there. It has black swan event, financial survival. I hear the fireworks already. I don't know if you hear them, but they're getting started early. Anyway, guys, go check it out. Let me know your thoughts. Stay hard to kill. Remember to stay frosty, stay strapped, and stay dangerous. Black Scout out.
2, 3. 1, 2.